Hi you guys, this is Marlena Katzler. I'll be talking to you guys about question number 5 of 2016 AP Biology Free Response Questions exam. This video is brought to you by Vertex Tutors. So first off, let's read the question. While we're reading it, it's important to either circle the main actions this question is asking you to do, and underline what specifically it's asking. So the graph above shows the mass of plants from two different species over time. The plants grew while attached to each other. The plants were separated at the time indicated by the vertical line in the graph. So this is the graph it's talking about, and this is a vertical line. Using template 1, graph the predicted shape of the plant mass lines after separation of the two plants if the plants were in an obligate mutualistic relationship. Alright, so first let's circle this, right? Graph, that's the verb. They'll usually bold these words, right? So this usually implies that that this is 1 point. So this would be a 3-point question. So we're graphing the predicted shape of the plant mass lines after separation of the two plants. So that's right here. On template 2, right here, graph the predicted shape of the plant mass lines if the species 2 plant was a parasite of the species 1 plant. Just write each of your predictions. So we get a point for graphing this one, we get a point for graphing this one, and then we get a point for justifying both. So let's start with this one, right? So first off, what is obligate mutualism? So mutualism, right, that's when that's a symbiotic relationship where both of the organisms in the relationship benefit. Obligate means that they cannot live without each other. So if we were to graph this, and then the two were separated, this would most likely decrease or level off. The plants will no longer be able to grow, therefore the mass will no longer be increasing. It would either level off or decrease. This one would either level off or decrease. For the template 2, parasitism, right, this is another symbiotic relationship. In this relationship, one organism benefits, the parasite, while the other is harmed in the relationship, which is the host. So right here, right, species 1, it said, is the parasite, species 2 is a parasite, species 1 is a host plant. So right here, this one would increase most likely because it's the host and it's no longer being harmed by the parasite. There's nothing that's harming it. It will even most likely be increasing at a faster rate because there's nothing impeding its growth. On the other hand, the parasite, plant species 2, would most likely decrease or level off because there's no more plant that it can feed off of. So it will most likely die off. So there we have our graphs. This one should be decreasing and decreasing. This one should be increasing and decreasing. So for our justifications, right, we want to talk about obligate mutualism and how, because both the plants benefit from the relationship, and they are both obligated to it, so they have to be in this relationship in order to survive. That's why both will be decreasing once they are separated, because they cannot live without each other. And they would therefore either decrease in plant mass or level off. Whereas with template 2, due to parasitism, the parasite will no longer be able to grow or reproduce since the other plant, it doesn't have a host body anymore. So it can't take in any nutrients or anything from the host plant, and it will level off or die. Whereas the host plant will definitely be increasing because there's nothing impeding its growth. I hope this helped. Thank you.